Chromatic is flowing. Here's your card. I'm here. It's locked on you.
Constantine, theoretically of the 54th. We're born into a social contract, the terms of which are preset. We can neither negotiate nor decline. Our very first breath, that first wail as an infant, was deemed our consent. Before we can speak, before we even understand what it is that we're born into, we're bound. Lumiere operates a certain way. It favours a certain group and a certain outcome. And if you question the Council, well, the Council is going to question you. Push too hard to change things, and you just might end up on the next expedition. So, nothing ever changes. They just send us out to die, dissent us, and the status quo continues. At least out here, I don't have to pretend anymore. I don't bear the others any ill will. They have good intentions. But I'm not here for the painters. I'm here to build a new Lumiere.
So that's pretty interesting. My impression was that the expeditions were entirely voluntary. Because in the beginning, you saw them on that little stage that was set up during the festival, and they were trying to recruit people for the next one. But here he's saying that if you're a dissenter, then you just get put on there, so you can, like, they can get you out of Lumiere, so you know your ideas don't spread. I wonder though if that was more common around this time and for earlier numbers, because they had more people to be able to do that sort of thing. But as it got down to maybe the 40s or the 30s, that kind of went out of practice. I like this though. It's like showing the darker side of Lumiere, and I wonder if we'll actually dig into it a little bit more, since we didn't spend too much time there, and I think the only council member we actually got to meet was Gustav's sister Emma, and even then she didn't really say much about her position or do much more than give a speech. We only know that she's getting things prepared for the last generation. That's all I remember hearing of the council. So I finally managed to take down the Chromatic Nevron that was here. I ended up having to look it up because I didn't realize that the crystals on its back were considered weak spots. I guess because I'm so used to the weak points being more like they all look the same. They're all this sort of glowy, wavy sort of ball. It didn't register with me that I could shoot the crystals. But once I did that, it was a lot easier, and actually having Mael was really good because her was it breaking rules, since the Hexka would like reapply its shields every so often. This was actually really good for getting it down without having to waste other resources. And then I had swapped Lune's skills to just Earth Rising and then Thermal Transfer, since it was vulnerable to ice. So if I use this twice to get the stains and use 2 of them, then she would play a second turn. And if it was burning, she gets 4 AP, then she gets to play a second turn, and then I was able to get enough stains to use Mayhem, and I got lucky, I think, in that I think twice or so I ended up with 3 ice stains and then 1, I think, fire. So even though it was resistant to fire, it was weak to ice, so it all worked out. But I'll probably be switching these back to what they were before. I also did go back and try the volleyball minigame at the Gestural Beach, but I think I've heard that it might be easier a little bit later in the game, but it is intentionally very difficult. And I went online and I was very glad to see that other people disliked it as much as I did, because it really is horrible. There's a delay when you hit R1. It's a little bit hard to sprint and then hit it, so I had to turn sprint onto toggle just so movement was a little bit easier, and that did help me get past the second difficulty. But the third one, I just I just gave up, because every difficulty the camera moves out farther and farther. So the third difficulty, it was so far that it was actually hard to see the little guys that were being shot at you. And not only that, they kind of camouflaged in with your opponent. So I might get one that was on the side and it was easier to see because it was, you know, passing over the water, so it was like brown on blue, easy to track. But then I would miss the one coming from the center because that was the one that was camouflaged with the bigger gestural. And then having to, like, you only have 5 health and your opponent has 20, it was just too much. I was getting frustrated because it just felt like the whole thing was designed against the player. And after looking it up, it actually was done on purpose. I think the person who had done it, it might have been the creative director, said that it was done on purpose. And I think all the minigames in this game it's like a callback to Final Fantasy X's minigames. It's been a while since I played Final Fantasy X, so I don't know what he's talking about, unless he means like Blitzball, because I know that is RNG based. But yeah, that kind of pissed me off more, that it's intentionally horribly designed. But some people have said if you get something later on, it might be easier. So I'll try it one more time once I get there, but if it doesn't feel any better after that, then I'm just giving up on it. I'm not really interested, and the reward is a swimsuit for CL, and I don't really care for the swimsuits, so I'm not really worried about that. This one, wow, she's super bloody, but that's what I got for doing the normal difficulty. And I also noticed that Verso had a new outfit that just adds the armband onto his default. So I put that on because it feels like canon, more or less. Or at least it goes with, it doesn't feel out of place, like any of these would feel kind of out of place. And still not a lot of outfits for CL.
What have we here?
Oh, I forgot. I got 2 new Pictos. Oh, never mind. Also, this looks to be an island in the sky, so we'll definitely unlock flying on SK at some point. And I think that's how we get here. And I haven't been over here, but I'm going to guess that might be another flying thing if I hadn't seen it earlier. I'm gonna do a little bit more exploration around here to catch any stuff that I wasn't able to do before. Then I'm going to see about the Nevron that's around here. And if I actually am able to get into battle with it. And then after that, back to the main story.
Swimsuit on! No.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if that's how you're supposed to get over here, is to go underwater?
Brace yourselves. Eyes don't lie. Feel the burn.
You're outmatched.
I saw your future. Dodges here.
Ready to strike.
Well, well. blow.
Alright, that was better this time. It took me 2 tries this time because the attack that it does, the melee one, it still is a one-hit kill. First, the spell is easier to counter though, because the timing was, I don't know, it was very easy to learn. The other ones were a little bit harder because it does a little bit of delay before it actually swings. It has 2 different versions of those, one where it swings in the air, and the other where it just stands and swings at you like that. And so I'd gone in with all the girls first, and it hadn't gone well. I couldn't get the timing down for the 2 melee attacks. And so I ended up sending Verso in afterwards. It turns out the Nevron was vulnerable to light and dark. And so since his perfect break attack did light damage, that was very good at getting it down. I was actually doing really good with him. I managed to dodge everything because I kept doing the attack where it rotates in the air, so I could dodge those. Then at the very end it switched up and did the one where it's just standing, so I got the timing wrong on that and it killed him in 1 hit. It's very unfortunate. I was about to kill it, but then it got me first. But second time was a lot better now that I was able to keep everybody up. And since I had CL and Verso, they both were, both their damage, it was vulnerable too, so it was easier to get down. Level 30. There wasn't anything else around here, right? I also noticed coming in here, the portal had changed from red to yellow and no longer had the danger warning. Oh, okay. I thought it wasn't there for a second. There was another one. This one still said danger, so I'll have to remember to go back to it much later.
Rumah ni tu buka pi.
Incoming. Let's carve a path. Watch out.
I'm ready. Your help. Waiting.
Break.
I saw your future.
Okay, great. Now we've got the tank that was in SK's nest. It was a lot better this time around. I think having Verso did help, just to break it so that it couldn't go, or it couldn't escape too soon. But it also felt like I was doing more damage to it anyway. How do I get out of here again?
Nimba? Ok. Ma oui, là, forcément, ni soge.
I'm waiting. Here we go. Eyes don't lie. I saw your future. Take your shot.
Volevo. Nimba? Iso? Ni soge ga.
Try me. Here we go. Good. Not today. Take your shot. Take your shot. Take your shot. Doing in. I'll use your laugh. Here we go. Here's your card. Holding out a smile. I'll use your knife.
Volevo che io solo fatte o mali fissionago milula. Ula fosofnabe.
Deal 50% more damage if fighting alone. Gain powerful if fighting alone. Cool. Now I guess we never have to come back here. But I hope there are more arenas like this. I did enjoy doing them. I also wonder if eventually I'll have someone who I kind of designate as the backup person. Because I imagine all those last stand pictos are very good for whoever is like in your reserve, so when all the main party dies, they come in. But since I switch them around a lot, I don't really feel the need to put any of those last stand ones on there. I still don't know where this is, so I'm going to assume that it's possibly in the air or underwater. This still has danger on it. This still has danger on it. I don't think there are many more places that I need to check. Imagine this still has danger on it. Okay, so I have finished looking at the southern end of the map again. There were two enemies that I decided to leave till later. One was a chromatic jar that was like on a little outcrop on its own, and it's just a one-hit kill. So, and the attack it used, it seemed like it had multiple hits. So I figured I would just not mess with it for now, because the initial attack it used was a party-wide attack, so they all died at once, and I figured that was enough for me to not try and send in anybody else. And then the other one was the Nevron that's standing in the water. It's called Sprong, I think. That is also, it also had one hit kill, and it was party-wide. And it had, I think it had like 3 turns in a row before any of my party could actually go. So yeah, that just felt like it was above my level, basically. But now I'm ready to look around the current new map and get on with the story eventually. Also, the music that's playing in the background right now is Gustav's track. It's very sad. I've also updated the Luminas everyone has. So now I think CL still has 1 left because I couldn't find anything that cost 1 more that I actually wanted on her. But everyone else I'm pretty happy with their Luminas. I didn't really go and remove anything, I just added. Not that. And I didn't really care to save on anything. Energizing parry would be nice, but I feel like I have a hard time parrying with newer enemies, so I didn't want to put that, and then it feels like I'm wasting it on somebody. I didn't care for healing mark. It's okay, but I don't know. It's just not important to me right now. See, all of the more expensive ones, attack lifesteal, I think only a couple of them have it. And energizing start, I definitely like that. But we have like two or three energizing starts, so I didn't want to double up too much, and then on anything that gives you bonus AP on either battle start or base attack or something, because I worried that it would just lead to me overcapping, and I'll be better off, like instead of having two energizing starts, I'd be better off having one and then using the remaining Lumina to get anything else. Oh, and I upgraded some weapons, so I should actually switch him. I feel like I haven't gotten the most out of this one yet still, because I haven't had to use the base attack on him too much. But I will switch to this for now, since I just upgraded it. I haven't upgraded any of hers yet, because I don't really lean towards any one right now. So I just didn't feel like upgrading any of them. But I also don't have any more upgrades anyway. And I upgraded this one, but I should try... where is it? This one at some point. Honestly, that probably would have been good against the Chromatic Hexka, because it was constantly applying shields to itself. But for now, I'll start on this. Or I'll stay on that, I mean. Actually, let me see her levels. I'll switch... Oops, not you. Switch Lune out with Mael for now.